Hey everybody, this is Kim and I am back. I am the Crafty Nomad because I am, of course, all over the place when it comes to my crafting. How you guys doing? I'm back. I'm trying to be more consistent and I just got home from work, so got the hair still together here. That's going away shortly, but that's where we are right now. Good evening. It is Thursday, and this is TGYT day. So all the shows are coming on. I shall be watching them. But my family is out, and I wanted to quickly come to you guys with just a short little video. I hope it's going to be short. Um, the truth is, I have not done a whole lot of knitting or crochet since the last time we talked, but I will. What I have done, I worked on one project, so I'm going to start with that. I am going to show you a little bit of sewing, a little bit of my heat press projects that I've been working on and trying to design. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my whole 30 journey. Not an intense amount of stuff about that, but just an update on how I'm feeling. And I think I'll talk a little bit about what I have been reading and what is coming up. So let's get started. We will start with the knitting. So, in my little dirty bag that I need to wash, only thing I worked on was this. I'm trying to get it in the frame. uh my sock project because I'm like determined. These socks, I've been working on these since I think May of last year. May have been. I gotta check my Ravelry page because I definitely made one, so I know exactly when I cast these on. So I'll show you again. No ends woven in, but that is one that's done. This is the Patents Croy in the colorway Garden Stripes, I think. And so last time I saw you guys, I didn't put a progress keeper, but I had barely just put in that afterthought heel section right there. So I have gotten a lot done. I'm really close to being ready to decrease on this one. So hopefully next time we get together, I will be done with this sock because I'm just like, this has been going on forever. So I just only the time that I did knit, I worked on these and I'm gonna work on them again tonight. It seems like when I podcast, I just get focused on my knitting. So it helps the podcast, right? So that is that. And you know what I was gonna show you guys? A little idea I had last year. I may have shown you this already, but these little cases, they have these at the dollar store in California. We have a 99-cent store and we have a Dollar Tree. But I got these from it's getting blown out, but it's a neon green. And I got these from uh the dollar store, the 99-cent store. And I just kind of use them. You can put pencils in here, you can put glasses in here, but I put notions in there. So give you kind of see. Okay, so I have handy dandy crochet hook for those drop stitches, some snips. I have a yarn needle in there, and then I have a couple of these kinds of stitch markers in there. That's the kind of thing I have in there. So anyway, I keep those in my each one of my bags because it was easy to put these together. So I'm not always looking for them. I kind of have one in each one of my bags, and that's a little idea I had. So that's that for knitting. On to I guess the next thing in the pile is the heat press projects. If you could see over there behind me, you would be able to see my little heat press that I got for myself. One of my Christmas gifts because I had this idea that I wanted to try and do some baby onesies and open up another Etsy shop for that. And I just wanted to show you one of the ones that I did pull off. You know, we have been so busy, guys, over the weekends, and that's generally when I can do my major crafting. I find that I don't get a lot of it done during the week anymore because I'm really trying to do better with focusing on the family and my son in particular, and making sure that there's certain things that I just want him to learn, uh really, about the Bible. And I just can't, I got to do more with that. So I've taken that on as my thing. My husband does all the homework, uh because he does, his work schedule is way more flexible than mine. So he picks them up, he drops them off, and he does all of that. Plus he's an educator, so he does that portion. And I figured it's my job to try and help him with his memory scriptures every week, and really read him his devotionals and that kind of thing. And so I've really been trying. I think this week I kind of fell off because I just used to come home and start crafting after I made sure everybody was fed. But I just feel like I got to make sure he's fed, his soul is fed as well. So I have just sort of backed off and sort of relegated my crafting to the weekends. And so, but thing is, we all have lives, we all have social lives, and my 7.5-year-old has a major social calendar. So we are just busy like crazy. Last weekend, this weekend, very, very busy. We had a birthday party that turned into a proposal, and it was incredible to be there for that. But we also do basketball and keyboard on the weekend, and then we go to church on Sundays, and we do a little bit. We're really active at church, so there are things that we do after church sometimes. And so this weekend is crazy. This past weekend was crazy. This weekend we have two birthday parties and a dinner, so we're actually gonna have to divide and conquer for that. So I said all that to say, not a lot of crafting through the week, and but on the when I did do some late night crafting, this is what I produced. And if you follow me on Instagram, you saw this. I'm trying not to get the light. Okay, yeah, that's much better. So it's a baby onesie, and it says "wonderfully made." Um, but yeah, I pulled that off with two different colors of heat press vinyl. I cut this on my silhouette, and then I heat pressed it with my heat press. So from there, or I think actually I did this one first. I have these little canvas bags, and I kind of have in mind to make these little inexpensive sock size project bags with sayings on them. And these will probably go in my normal shop. Knitting is love made visible, and I put a little heart on there. And it's a cute little drawstring bag, big enough for little sock size. Is super squishy, so you could put it in your bag, and your travel projects. You can put it in there. So that's a project I worked on, and then I did just a tad bit of sewing. So lately I've been sewing a lot of the medium sized bag, which is really the smallest size bag I made. I found that the smallest one that I was making initially just wasn't selling, so I really don't make that size anymore. So I just make the medium and the large size. And I've been making the medium sized bags for quite a while, these last several batches, and so I have three of the larger size bags that I need to finish up. So I worked on one of those this week, and I was reminded of just how big this bag actually is. It's a pretty big bag, is it? Pretty big. Um, it is for sure a sweater size bag. I mean, I think I was insecure initially when I started making these, and I thought that maybe I was being too generous with this bag size, but since I haven't made one in a while, I realized when I put my hands on this one, just this is huge. It's huge. And so this one is, I don't know if you can see that print, but it's cassette tapes. And I think it's a really fun print, which one of my Instagram friends pointed out is perfect for a larger size bag. I find that when the print is large, just like the Afro Diva bag, it just would not look right on a smaller bag. And this is also kind of similar. Those cassettes are pretty big. So, and this one has a yellow chevron lining and my new strap. So that one is finished, and I have two more that are in process, which will get made this weekend, and hopefully these will get listed. And yeah, so those are cool. I have the other two that are in the making. I'll show you real quick. I have a uh, little geisha girl print. Sorry about that. Let me just turn it down. Turn it down for what? Anyway, geisha girl print, which is really cute. Turquoise background. And then I have a tried and true and a fave from my customers is a lavender. You can't really see it. Afro Diva. Okay, so those will get finished this weekend and posted. So that is my making since the last time we talked. So what am I reading? Okay, so I have in the past been a bit of a young adult snob. Like I thought, I think I shared this with you guys before. I thought, oh, young adult. I'm so not a young adult, so I'm not reading young adult. And then I realized that after I look back over my Goodreads, and I was updating my Goodreads last year and realized that in 2015, two of the best books that I listened to were young adult. So my mind got open. And I'm going to try and show you what book that I just finished, which is also young adult. No, it's just trying to download this, and I don't really want it to. No, no download. Anyway, yeah. I want to stop the download. Yes. Anyway, it's a book called Sugar, and Sugar is by Deirdre Reardon Hall, and this was a just painful but beautiful book about a young girl who, she did not fit the American or the world's idea of beauty, and just so much pain in her life, and how she sort of came out of that, but at the same time, just pain. But it was such a fabulous read. Highly recommend that book. Again, it was called Sugar, and it is by Deirdre Reardon Hall. Very good book. So I'm in a book club, and so what we do in my book club is whoever is hosting gets to pick the book, and I always host with my best friend because she has more of a space than I do. I have a small apartment and filled with crazy, and she has a nice place, so we usually host over there. And this will be our second time hosting, and we had to pick a book. So when we show up for the February meeting, our turn is in March, so we have to know what book we're gonna read. So of course I go into research mode because I want to get a really good book that we can discuss. Now I'm gonna be honest with you, I like to read fluff, but I'm in the book club to call myself higher in my reading. So I always have to try to find something really good. And so I had a couple choices. I came up with The House Girl, which is a really good story that is like goes back and forth between um, slavery inspired days and modern day times. And I think that one's going to be fairly good. And then I got this one called The Kitchen House. And this is also about, it's sort of set in those times as well, but this one, the heroine in this one is an Irish indentured servant who is ends up in the kitchen of on a big plantation. And so she's sort of accepted initially by the kitchen staff, whom are African American slaves, and then but she also is ends up moving into the house to take care of the mistress of the house. So she's trying to straddle both worlds, and I thought that might be a little bit interesting. So I got that one, and I got this one, Till the Well Runs Dry, and this one is by Lauren Francis Sharma, African American author. Actually, she is Indian, I think, and African American. I'm sorry, she's born of Trinidadian immigrants, and this one is actually set in Trinidad in the Caribbean. So I thought this one will be good. So what I usually do is I pick up all these books and I figure out different things that might possibly make a good discussion. Totally not what I would read Debbie May Goldberg. Okay, that's what I do. Because I can read those real quick and they're easy and everything's nice and wrapped up and tight in a bow. And that's how I like my stories. That's how I like my movies, which is why I love the Hallmark Channel, especially at Christmas time. Anyway, I digress. But I pick things that are different. And I don't know why I tend to land. I try my best to stay away from so many books about slavery times, because it's just hard to read that stuff. As I think, as anybody, most people today have a hard time reading this, but particularly as an African American woman, it's hard to read this stuff. So, but it needs to be read. Stories need to be told. Things need to be understood. So, I picked these up and I send them off to my friend. I said, which ones do you think? And after she looked at all of them, she liked this one. So this is going to be our book for March, Till the Well Runs Dry. And I already started reading it. It's already pretty good. I need to finish this month's book though. So those are the books. And I think that's all I was going to talk about there. Now, let me give you a quick Whole 30 update. So, today marks day 16 of my Whole 30 journey, and I just want to tell you guys, I feel fabulous. It is a challenge not to eat sugar. I have figured out, or I've been realizing just how much, like, you know how you like say, oh, I really don't, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my books over there and I'm feeling like I have two of the same book. But anyway, I digress. Let me come back. I am one of those people that are like, I don't really eat that much. You know, I don't really eat that much. But what I do know is that I eat a whole lot. When I do eat, I eat all the wrong things. So even though I'm not gorging, and even though in general I'm not a emotional eater, at least that's what I was telling myself. I was like, you're not emotional either. But I have habits, things that there are certain times of day when I just want to get something sweet. I am an emotional eater in the sense that if my day is super frustrating, which it can be when you are in any type of customer service, holla if you hear me, it can get frustrating. Dealing with the American public is really, you know, sometimes. So anyway, so be nice to customer service people if you interact with them. Anyway, yeah, I'm an assistant to an orthopedic spine surgeon, and so I am dealing with patients all day, which is basically customer service. And on top of it, I'm dealing with people who are in pain, so it gets frustrating. And I realized that because I'm not eating sugar, that's when I want it the most. Like when they've gotten on my nerves, or if I have had a crazy phone call and I need to woosah, I want a woosah with a Kit Kat. So, but I haven't been doing that for 16 days now. And guys, I'm definitely feeling 100%. Not, I'm feeling a whole lot better. I'm sleeping a whole lot better. My joints feel a whole lot better. And oh, my big deal with the Whole 30 is they really try to help us focus on non-scale victory. So when I talk about things like I feel better, I have more energy, I'm sleeping better, those are all non-scale victories. I will find out what the scale victory is on day 31 when I get on the scale. But they really discourage you from getting on the scale throughout, because I'm assuming that it will just discourage you. You would think you lost so much weight, and then if you haven't, you might get discouraged. So the best thing is to just not get on the scale and, deal with the scale um, on day 31 of the whole 30. But my greatest and biggest non-scale victory thus far is boom, look at that. All right, I took my wedding ring off for a small little procedure. You probably can't see it, but I had a little procedure right in here in 2010, and I had to take my ring off, and it was crazy trying to get it off. uh, and I was never able to get it back on until last Sunday. I got it back on. Now, it need to loosen up some more, okay? I can tell, but it is on, and I'm excited about that. So, I took a picture of myself on January 1st because I knew that the whole 30 was coming. And the other day I had on the same shirt that I had on in that picture. And I looked at the picture and I looked at how the shirt is fitting. And it definitely, there have been some changes. Even the shirt I have on today, there have been some incredible changes. And so I'm excited to see eventually what the scale will show me. But right now, all I can say is I feel so much better. I have so much more energy, and people have been telling me I look good, I look brighter, and um, I've been, trying to do my makeup a lot more, and it's just like just my whole mind, I think, is just clearer, and so I'm just really excited about what's happening. So, I'm probably gonna go well beyond 30 days, but I'm just gonna get through that 30 days first and see what's next, because a lot of the things that I cut out, like sugar, is really, I mean, it's not necessary for life. I just love it. And but it's not helping me. And so I'm excited to just continue on down this road. So I'm doing good, and hopefully next time you guys see me again, I will be done with the whole 30, and I'll be able to give you a report on what really happened. Now, the only thing I didn't do, kind of bummed. I didn't take the before and after picture. Like, I didn't take the before picture like they wanted you to, because I'm like, they want you to like take it in as little clothes as possible, and I'm like, okay, look, all I can think of is that thing will somehow accidentally get out on the internet, and I am not trying to go down like that, y'all. So I did not take a picture like that, but I do have a before picture. And but I didn't do the measurements. I wish I had done the measurements so I could really, count what, how many inches I've lost here and there, so when not all of that starts taking place. But people are telling me that they can see a difference, and I definitely can see a difference, especially in my waistline, and I think I can kind of see one right here too, but we will find out when I finally weigh myself in the end. So anyway, that is it for today. Thank you for hanging out with me and talking to me for just a little bit of time today. Hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you are doing lots and lots of crafting. You want to find me on Ravelry. I do have a Ravelry group for the Crafty Nomad podcast. Please come over there and join. It's not the most active group in the world because I haven't really been on Ravelry like I need to, or like I want to be. None of this is need to, it's want to. Also on Instagram, I am at Kim the Crafty Nomad. Please come over there and follow me. I think I am gonna do a giveaway on Instagram when I get to 1,000 followers. I'm at 800 something, so when I get to 1,000 followers, I'm gonna put together some kind of prize package and have a giveaway. So follow me over there so you can be on the lookout for that. And my Etsy shop is called Ebony Pearl, EBONIEPEARL, Ebony Pearl Creations. Ebony Pearl is one word. So anyway, and I will let you know when the next shop opens. I don't even know what platform I'm going to use. But it's going to be a totally different thing since I'm really looking at the baby onesie situation. So, and kid t-shirts and that kind of thing. So anyway, guys, I need time. I have so many ideas and so many things that I want to do. What I need is time. But I work full time, so I can only do what I can do. And I'm just trying to be patient with myself. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Until next time, keep it crafty. Bye, guys.